Oh, I love this.
So I'm basically just having candy for breakfast. I didn't make it! But it's snowing!
All right, here we are, day 0.5, we'll call it. Just arrived here in Funchal, got settled into the place. Time to get the bike out of the bag and get it all put together. Got a pretty bare minimum set of tools here, and we'll see what we can do to get this put back together.
Okay, so the bikes are put together. Sam is doing a quality check on mine because I may have had a few loose bolts, but those are details. The other thing I want to show you guys is a super cool new tire technology. Notice the massive waves amongst the lugs. Yeah, I need to put my tires up. Sam is tuning my derailleur. Let's finish this up. It's finally our first day of riding. We're making some breakfast. I have some yogurt and a little cappuccino and a banana. And yes, I got muesli with chocolate, so I'm basically just having candy for breakfast, which is really nice. And Sam is making some sausages and eggs are in queue. Let's go ride.
Day one.
It's right here. One beautiful latte and a date to go with it. Sam is over there trying to fix up his bars. I'm being not very proactive and enjoying coffee instead. Sick. Guys, it's cold up here. I'm so happy I brought my raincoat. I brought it because I thought it was going to be raining, but it's just cold. I should have brought warmer gloves too. Let's hit the trails. Let's see how she goes. I think I did run slightly lower pressure in my tires because of the Madeira ice. We'll see if we can feel it. My bike is making some crazy noise. I think it's my front fender. Yeah! You totally tried to hit it! That's fucking funny, dude. I saw you just what? Look at how spicy you tried to take that. Dude, my fender's broken. It's making some crazy fucking noises. There you go. Bad listener. That's funny, dude. Yo, Sam. Did somebody warn you about the Madeira ice?
Yes.
Did you heed the Madeira ice?
No.
Okay. Oh, so beautiful. So sick. You know, I'm happy. We spent a lot of time riding a lot of like really loose, steep stuff in New Mexico because it really teaches you the importance of not riding brakes through some of this stuff. And it's funny because this is wet, but it's really the same vibe, you know? There we go. I didn't make it.
So our guide said this is a really new trail, so very loamy and not as much of the Madeira ice. You'll see it. I experienced it on the very first trail we did. It is actually so slippery here. It's crazy, and it's really wet right now. Like, I think they get more moisture in a day than Albuquerque gets in a year. It's like, Amanda said they call this the Hawaii of Europe, and I see that. This reminds me of the trips I took as a kid to Maui. There's just waterfalls everywhere, big jungly trees. Beautiful. Tough to keep your eyes up off the trail though, because this is treacherous. I was mentioning earlier that this is just insanely wet and really slippery because of that. And our guide had said it's only going to get worse this week. So look forward to more and more of us in the dirt in the coming episodes. Okay, now we're dropping into a trail on the west side of the island, which our guide said is far more flowy. There should be some berms, maybe some jumps back here. Yeah, I guess this is a very zonal island where you might ride a lot of different trails, all from the same point, especially since we're going up to the top of the island. Oh, I love this. This is awesome. It smells amazing. So, they hosted EWS here in 17 and 19, guide said. But since then, the price to host has just gotten out of control, and so they're just not willing to do it anymore. He said he paid, I think, $13K back in 17 and $50 in 19, and the price is up now to $500,000 for the privilege to host an enduro race. That's crazy. I thought they were paying to come to a place like this.
We've done our first two uplifts in the mountains. We're like in the upper part of the mountain, central part. The first trails were like super muddy, super rocky. I really like those. Sam wiped out on a berm, which I'll show a video right here. Yeah. And then I wiped out twice on one of the lower trails, and it was like so lame because I was like going slow, riding switch, just like getting stuck in a rut. So yeah, it's we're definitely taking it slow and treating this as a shakeout day because we're gonna be riding for 6 days, and it'd be crazy to try to go balls to the wall the first day and end up getting injured. So we're taking a lift up again to grab some more trails. Let's see what we do. Oh shit. Okay, that's so slippery in that entrance, man. These liaisons are honestly so beautiful. So the Madeira ices are very real. I think both of us arrogantly thought, oh, we'll be fine. But we've both experienced it in different capacities today. Jesus. Wow, difficult. Definitely important to not overuse your brakes, is what I'm learning very quickly. Thank you.
We're getting here to the end of our day one of shuttles, and wrap up is that this place is actually insane. It is so tight and so slippery. Really, really challenging to ride. You'll probably never hear me complaining about tight switchbacks in New Mexico again. They are way tighter here and also slippery to add to that. Hard to get off the brakes in them. I probably need to brake more before them to really make use of them.
Crazy to think we were up in those mountains just an hour ago. We're at the grocery store, and obviously part of our tourism is understanding what other flavors of junk food exist. There's a Tex-Mex Dorito, a sweet chili Dorito.
So I see what I'm saying for Doritos.
We might have to partake at some point this week. But otherwise we're being good little kitties, and we have our eggs and our meat and our yogurt, because girls gotta eat. Wait, okay, we found our favorite part of the store because we were like, I wonder if there's gonna be different monsters in Europe. Okay. Okay, so they have the Lewis Hamilton edition monster, which obviously we're gonna partake in. And they have a couple apple flavored juices, which are pretty interesting. It's us. Okay, day one, how is it?
We must stop eating.
What are we having for dinner?
We're making burgers.
Burgers and potatoes. Okay, so I'm making some potatoes in here.
Oh shit, we're gonna make some veggies too.
Try not to burn the house down. I'm making potatoes. We're gonna make some steamed veggies and some hamburgers.
Some hamburgers. So.
Ooh, bon dia Madeira. Let's go ride some bikes. There it is.
Right, isn't it, Jeremy?
Yeah. The world's most expensive shovel. Is that a Bocolorisco?
Talvez. Tens que eu diga o Nuno, que é só para dizer aos gajos, está bem?
Okay, I don't know how cold it is, but it's snowing. I packed so poorly for this trip. I think I might go to Decathlon this afternoon and find some heavier tech layers. I thought you were taking me on a beautiful tropical vacation. No. I married an adventurer, not a luxury boy. And to be fair, he also married an adventurer. But I will complain, because this is crazy.
So I think this is actually a trail that we've been on before, so that's good. To get something that we already know, though there's a split coming up, so it might just be the start that's familiar. But cool, actually, like repeat a trail. That's how you get good, just by doing stuff over and over. The old practice makes perfect mantra, though twice won't get you a perfect. Oh. Yeah. Ah, the Madeira ice. Look at that bad corner I took. Fell right into that. My bad, bro. Thanks for stopping. Ah, bummer. Okay? Yeah, I'm good, bro. I fell in the bushes. Right at the end. All right, here goes. Back on the little jump line. Nice and dry. This will be perfect. We'll get to actually flow in from the top. I think we're still gonna have to throw some pedals. Feel good about the speed for these little guys, but woo! They're buttery once you get in the rhythm, but they kind of hit funny when you first get on them. Woo! Oh my gosh. So we had the snow this morning, which was crazy. And really wet conditions on kind of a flat trail. But you know what I'll say? So this is day 2, and we were gonna go to a different zone, but it was like pouring rain. So we decided to come back to the zone we rode on the first day. And I can't believe how much better I'm doing, like riding the same trails a second time. Like, I know my on-sighting skills have never been amazing, and like I've made a point to say that like we were spending a lot of time in New Mexico practicing that. They're definitely better, but like for me, doing the trail again, so much faster, so much smoother. So I don't know. I think I'd be a pretty bad enduro racer. I was telling Sam at lunch today, with all these super wet routes, I was like, well, I'll either get better at riding wet routes or I'll die trying, which I think my more probable outcome is getting better. Whew. Sam's loving it out here. He's really gotten good at this. He adjusts fast. He's very adaptable.
And I'm doing okay. It's hard to compare myself to him. He's really talented. Well, let's be real. He's talented, but he also works really hard. You don't just have talent in a sport like this. It's a lot of practice and a lot of intention. Definitely hard to like force myself to look ahead on some of those like really tiny rocky gardens. Because like I'm just so focused on the task at hand, but it's like, dude, just look ahead and you'll float right over it.
Ask and ye shall receive. I told Flavia that this was my favorite trail, and so here we are, back to do it again. This is Josh Bryceland's trail, Rat Boy, probably the most famous member of the 50 to 1 crew, who are like probably my favorite mountain bikers to watch, because they just got like such an awesome style. And they throw just like insane tricks on the tiniest jumps and just look cool doing it. I aspire to ride like Rat Boy. This, I think, has just been my favorite dirt of anywhere on the island. Like, super organic, great grip. Wouldn't call any of this Madeira ice, even though it's wet. Like, it just grabs well. You feel really good just flowing around on it. Whoa, that is a muddy, tight corner. I'm surprised by how much rain is making it through these trees. This is like a pretty thick canopy. Kind of think it would like block everything, but quite a bit of it is still making it down here. Woo! It's just grabbing my back tire and throwing it around some of these rocks.
Feels like I'm gonna get eaten by a dinosaur through here. Or like an elephant's gonna get us. All right, Flavio said no Madeira ice. I struggle to believe him. We'll see. Wow, losing my feet. Let me put it back on. There we go. Look at that. Woo! Okay, eyes on the trail. I'll look when I'm sitting on my terrace. Such a beautiful trail. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so here's a couple things that I've learned about myself. Just initially.
About yourself?
Well, yeah, about myself initially being
Not about
here.
the riding.
So, well, it's riding, obviously. Yeah. Like we said before we came here, we spent a huge amount of time on-sighting new trails in New Mexico. Which has, I think, truly has been a benefit. My on-sighting skills have gotten better from when we initially did that. I'm still struggling a lot here, though. A lot of the trails we rode on day 2 were the same trails that we did ride on day 1, and I was a lot faster, a lot more confident, a lot smoother, even in some of the wet conditions. So obviously, my on-sighting skills have gotten better, but I'm still a lot happier being able to do trails twice. So not an enduro queen. How has your first couple hits been?
I think I just, once I started riding more actively, I was doing better. Like you need to absolutely pump everything and like just be super active on the bike, where like I was kind of passively riding the first day. I wasn't that confident, but once you like get going and you're like boom, there's so much extra speed to be gained off the backside of these roots, the backside of the rolls, everything, and like you can just get a ton of flow out of it. So you just got to be more active on the bike than I was being on the first day.
Yeah, principally, obviously, strategic front brake management is key here. I would say it's almost even more important than on the dry conditions in New Mexico. So luckily we have that technique down. We've lowered our PSI a lot, but I mean, I've crashed 4 or 5 times. I think you've only crashed once. We're safe, which is fantastic, but I think it's really primed us for a fantastic rest of the week. This was a really great way to shake out. So
for sure.
We'll catch you guys on the next one.
More technical, rocky.
The van legitimately broke.